Of the people, by the people, for the people. It is one of the oldest and boldest ideas we have. That people should govern themselves. Not a king, not a council of few, everyone. It is a promise so ambitious that for most of the history, we couldn't fully keep it. Because self-government runs into a wall the moment a community grows past the size of a single room. So we did the only thing we could. We chose a few to carry out the voice of many. Not because it was right, but because it was possible. A nation won't fit inside a single hall. So we sent delegates in our place. And for a long time that was enough to call it democracy. But something gets lost in the handoff. Somewhere between millions of people and the handful who speak for them, most voices simply fade out. Look at the problem as it really is. Every few years you cast a vote. One blunt signal meant to carry out everything you think about healthcare, housing, war, the climate, your own street. It cannot. So between elections, the real decisions fall to a narrow circle. And look honestly, who's in it? People who haven't rented in decades, who have never queued for a care they couldn't afford, never chosen between heating or groceries, never lived a single day under the policies they read through. They don't share your life, so they cannot truly know what's at stake in it. And it is worse in distance. Even when they do try to listen, who reaches them is noise dressed as knowledge, a poll that flattens a human being into a checkbox. A lobbyist, a one-sided brief, a headline standing in for a whole population. Decisions that shape millions of lives get made on information that is thin, skewed, and secondhand. This isn't only a representation of problem, it is an information problem. The people deciding are the people furthest from the facts. Start with scale, because scale is what changes everything. Until now, listening to thousands of people at once was simply impossible. Too many voices, too much noise, no way to make sense of it. That's the wall. AI finally breaks it. It can take tens of thousands of opinions in people's own words and find a direct inside them. The shared priorities, the borrowed agreements, the general sense of where a population actually wants to go. Not a sample of a few hundred, not whoever shouts loudest, the whole chorus, distilled to its thought line. For the first time, what do the people think stops being a guess and becomes something you can actually read. And here's the second thing AI can do that people in power rarely will: show its reasoning. Ask a politician why they really voted the way they did. And you get a slogan, a deflection, a story built for the cameras. The actual calculation stays hidden. A well-designed AI process is the opposite. You can follow the entire chain of thought, every opinion that went in, where argument formed, and where is the split. How the conclusions were actually reached. You don't have to trust it, you can trace it. Politicians ask you to trust the result. This lets you audit the thinking. None of this comes for free, and pretending otherwise would be its own dishonesty. AI learns from data, and data carries our prejudices. A careless system can dress old bias up as a new neutrality. Whoever controls the model holds real power, and the power can be captured. And there's the danger of false authority. The algorithm says so. Used to shut down a debate it should be opening. The risks are real. Naming them is the first condition of doing this well. Of the people, by the people, for the people. We have repeated the promise for centuries. The technology won't make us better at democracy on its own. Nothing does. But the limit is no longer the size of the room. It's whether we choose to listen. So let's choose to listen.